to begin then by putting the spotlight on Neysa. It's a Mumbai-based AI cloud platform as a service startup. They've raised $20 million in a funding round, and that's been led by Matrix India Partners, Nexus Venture Partners, and more. We've got Sharad Sanghi, who's the founder and CEO at Neysa, now joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out. So you have been in stealth mode for the last 15 months, and now you've gone ahead with this current fundraising round. Tell us a little bit more about what you will be utilizing the funds towards, how you're going to accelerate R&D initiatives and more.
Yeah, sure. So, announced a 20 million seed round from Nexus, Matrix, and NTT Venture Capital, led by these three players. The purpose of this round is to aid in our innovation and development efforts towards setting up an AI cloud platform that will allow targeted at enterprises, that will allow the enterprises to not only use the infrastructure, but also the platform for deploying the AI workloads. These include the enterprise have several use cases, including, for example, fraud detection or customer support or different types of use cases. And our aim is to handhold these enterprises to be able to deliver their outcomes. And we want to do this in a manner that they get return on investment. And so the fundraising is going to be used mainly for R&D, for infrastructure, and also for go-to-market.
Right, and there has been that meteoric rise that we've seen for AI globally. How are you looking to really capitalize on that opportunity? Who are some of the clients that you currently service?
Yeah, so the clients that we are working with, including clients in the banking and finance sector, in the media sector, in the process automation sector, and also in the healthcare and education sector. These are the 4 or 5 sectors that we're looking at. The use cases, like, for example, in banking and finance, one of the use cases is fraud detection. In case of manufacturing companies, is process automation. For healthcare, it could be diagnostic platforms. For education, it could be speech recognition, making classrooms more effective, etc. And so these are the various use cases that we're looking at. A lot of people are looking at AI even for customer support. So these are the popular use cases.
And what are the areas that Neysa in particular is going to focus on?
Yeah, so for Neysa, the key focus area, one is to make this cloud platform available to all enterprises. Initially, our focus is in India. So we're targeting enterprise in India. And then later on, because we are creating our own IP, whether it's the orchestration layer, whether it's the cloud platform, we have 2 flavors of platform. We've got some that we're developing on ourselves and some that we're partnering with others, where one is a low-code, no-code platform that allows enterprise users to create their own generative AI apps. And the other is an entire MLOps end-to-end platform that automates the entire end-to-end machine learning process, right from data ingestion to feature engineering to model selection to model tuning to model training, and then inferencing, and then continuously monitoring this entire process. So this we want to make available to Indian enterprises. And then once we are successful here, we would also like to take this across the world.
So I understand that with the AI infrastructure space looking to grow at about 30% compounded growth, how are you building your own intellectual property out of India? What kind of growth is it that you're envisaging for the platform?
Yeah, so I think this space, if you look at the analyst reports, this is growing. The AI infrastructure space is growing at almost 32% CAGR for the next 5 years. And the AI platform space is also growing at about 21% CAGR in the next 5 years. The aim was, that we want to make this, many enterprises are deploying AI, but are not getting return on investment. They're not being able to do their outcomes in a cost-effective manner. And our aim is right from the beginning, right from the data ingestion process till the entire training and inferencing is done, is to see how we can optimize this for the enterprises. We will also handle enterprises to do this. And we are creating our own intellectual property when it comes to the orchestration of the infrastructure and also when it comes to the platforms that these enterprises can use. Our aim is to use this IP developed in India and then take it across the world.
Right, and tell us a little bit more about how you really plan to take this to the rest of the world. I know you're looking to expand other than India.
Sure. So we've entered, one of our investors is NTT Venture Capital. So one of the partners that will take this for us in other parts of the world will be NTT, but there are other partnerships that we are fostering. So our go-to-market, both for India as well as for the rest of the world, will be a combination of direct sales and also through our partners. Our aim is to target the US market post-India and also Europe. And then we look at other parts of the world, but initially India, then US, and then Europe.
Right, and this is your second entrepreneurial stint because you were also very closely associated with NetMagic Solutions. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So I founded a company called NetMagic in the year, and we started the data center business in India. We were the first to do data centers in India in the year 2000. We exited that to NTT, and I left NTT in about a year back. And the team, I've co-founded this with Anindya Das, who's one of the brightest engineers in the space. He was with me also at NetMagic, and we had set up some of the largest cloud infrastructure in the country, as well as some of the we are in this company. We're also doing using AI-enabled network observability and remediations, and also we are also doing some work on AI security. So Anindya Das, nicknamed Andy, was actually one of the key people in NetMagic who had helped me scale NetMagic and done some of the key technology for NetMagic. But we also have a very young team that we've hired over the last 15, 16 months. And we basically will have two of our development areas in Mumbai, which is the AI cloud platform and the network observability piece. And the AI security piece we will have out of Chennai. So we have currently we are around 30 people, but we aim to scale that to about 100 people within a year.
So how exactly is this platform making money? What's the long-term goal when it comes to innovation for the platform?
So the platform is, basically the AI cloud platform is subscription based. So when people consume based on, it's a consumption based platform. We have two deployment models. One will be on a public infrastructure that which will be on our own AI public cloud, and the other will be for larger enterprises and enterprises where they're very, very sensitive about the data. We will also deploy the same technology on the customer data center as well. And so the billing or the revenue will be based on the consumption of the infrastructure as well as the platform. And yes, and then similarly on the observability platforms for networks and security, the revenue will be on a consumption model. So it'll be we've got different models for that. One could also be on a per device per month basis. Whereas on the AI cloud platform, the revenue will be built on consumption.
Okay, thanks so much for joining in with those updates.